everyone. Today I am giving you information on the topic myopia. This is the myopia part 2. So let's move to the clinical varieties of myopia. Here we will discuss about the two clinical varieties of myopia. First one is congenital myopia and the second one is simple myopia and third one is pathological myopia. We'll discuss two varieties of myopia. So let's begin with the congenital myopia. Congenital myopia, it is a type of myopia which is present since birth. At the time of the birth, the myopia gets present. At the type of the birth, the minus number will present to a child. It is usually diagnosed at the age between the 2 to 3 years. When the child is at the age of 2 to 3 years, it gets diagnosed. We'll get to know that there is a myopia. Okay. Anisometropia is usually present. Sometimes the anisometropia is present. Okay. Anisometropia means there is a lot of correction in the one eye. Hence, most of the times the error is unilateral. Most of the times there is a minus number in only one eye. Rarely it may be bilateral. It is very rare condition that a high minus number is in both of the eyes. Mostly it will present in only one eye only. This condition is known as anisometropia. Next one, high degree of error about 8 diopters to 10 diopters is usually present, which is mostly remains constant. Sometimes there is a high degree of error present in case of congenital myopia. So it is from minus 8 diopters to minus 10 diopters, which is usually present, and it may remains constant throughout the life. Next one is convergent squint, may develop in order to preferentially see clear as its far point, which is about 10 to 12 centimeter. Now this is the convergent squint. Okay, normally the eyeballs are present at the center. Okay, so here if you can see that the eyeballs are moving towards the nasal side. This one is the nose and this is the nasal side, so they are moving towards the nasal side. This is known as convergent squint. Okay, so to see clearly at a far point which is about 10 to 12 centimeter, the convergent squint may be developed. Okay, associations may be occur include other congenital anomalies such as cataract. Sometimes by birth the cataract is present. Microphthalmos, small eye should be present. Aniridia, megalocornea and the congenital separation of the retina. So all these conditions may be included in the congenital myopia. Next one, early correction of congenital myopia is desirable. So we are supposed to give the early correction to the patient as soon as possible. Next one is the simple myopia. This one is the another type of myopia. Simple or the developmental myopia is the commonest variety. This one is the commonest form. It is also known as the developmental myopia. It is considered as a physiological error not associated with any disease of the eye. Okay, it is considered as a physiological error only, but it is not associated with any disease. Overall reported prevalence is 20 to 40%. Mostly reported prevalence is 20 to 40% people have the simple myopia. Sharpest rise occurs at the school going children. This myopia, simple myopia, is also known as school myopia because it is arise at the age of 8 to 12 years, which is the school age. Next one, role of genetics. Genetics plays an important role in case of myopia. So biological variation in the development of the eye. When the development of the eye takes place, then genetics plays an important role. There should be a biological variation due to which simple myopia or the developmental myopia develops. The prevalence of the myopia is more in children with both parents. Those children which have both parents myopic have 20% sharing of the myopia of the parents. With one parent myopic, if the one parent is myopic, then 10% share of the myopia goes to the children. And if the children have no myopic parent, then 5% role of genetics will be there. Theory of excessive near work. Sometimes in childhood the children put things forward but did not gain much importance. Okay, sometimes the children take out all the things very close to the eyes which will not be give much importance by the parents. Okay, they will not take care. In fact, there is no truth in the folklore that the myopia is aggravated by the close work, watching television and by not using glasses. So the children which have a myopia can move close to the things which he or she is able to see. Okay, for example, they will watch television by going close to the television, will not sit behind and watch the television. They will go close to that thing, and by not using glasses, because it is a nearsightedness. It is a condition in which the person is able to see the things clearly from near point. Next one, clinical picture. Clinical picture includes symptoms as well as signs. Symptoms are the poor vision for distance is the main symptom. They are not be able to see the distance things clearly but are able to see the near things clearly. Asthenopic symptoms may occur in the patient with a small degree of myopia. Asthenopic means tiredness. They will feel tiredness, they will feel somewhere headache. These are the asthenopic symptoms if a patient have a small degree of myopia. Okay, half shutting of eyes may be complained by the parents or teachers. When the children is going to school, then teacher will complain that he or she will half shut the eyes and look at the blackboard in order to achieve a clear vision. Okay, if you can see that she has shut half of her eyes and looking at the letters, and it gives more clarity. Next one, signs. Now what are the signs? First one is prominent eyeballs. The myopic eyes are typically large and somewhat prominent. Here these are the high myopic eyes. Okay, these are somewhere prominent. Next one, anterior chamber is slightly deeper than the normal. We will talk about the anterior chamber, then it will be deeper than the normal. Pupils are somewhat large and bit sluggishly reacted. Now the pupil, if you can notice that the black part is the pupil and it is somewhere large according to the normal pupil, and it will react sluggishly, it will react slowly. When we will leave a torch light on it, then it will react sluggishly as compared to the normal. Fundus is normal and rarely temporal myopic crescent may be seen. So this one is the normal fundus. Retina will be seen normal in case of myopia. Magnitude of refractive error. Now what kind of refractive error will be here in case of simple myopia? Simple myopia usually occur between the 5 to 10 years of age and keeps on increasing about the 18 to 20 years of age at the rate of about minus half to plus minus 0.30 every year. In simple myopia, usually the error does not exceed minus 6. Simple myopia, usually you will get to know that there is a myopia at the age between the 5 to 10 years, and it keeps on increasing when you go at the 18 to 20 years, and it will get slowly stops, and at the rate of about minus half will increase or decrease by plus minus 0.30 every year. If you will check every year, then there is a difference of minus half to minus 0.30 only. In simple myopia, error will not exceed minus 3 diopters, minus 6 diopters. Okay, the error will not be more than minus 6 diopters. Thanks for your patience listening.